Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about Linux file test operators in Linux. Okay, there are few options which will be used in file is exist or not, like file is empty or not. These things we will discuss today. Okay, let me make a directory. Okay, shell file permissions. Okay, I'm just creating that one, and here I'm creating one sample file. Okay, suppose for creating sample file I use the touch command, just sample.txt. Okay, so now I need to check this file is exist or not. For that I am writing one small shell script. Okay, file from .sh. Okay, for interpreter I'm using bin bash, and here I'm declaring variable like sample.txt. Whatever the file we are going to be search, for that one we are giving the file is type and value is sample file. Okay, I'm just writing if -e is used, file is exist or not, declaring that one. Then if it is present, echo true, file is present. Else echo, I'm just giving any false statement, file is not present. I'm closing if statement, and for this script I am giving the executed permissions, file permission.sh, and I am writing see true, the file is present. Okay, same thing I am trying to do it from here. I'm declaring file equal to sample1.txt. if an e file, then echo true, file is present. Else echo file is not present. I'm closing statement. See, the sample text one file is not present, so that's why it is executed false statement. So I1 is used to check the file is exist or not in the current directory. Okay, it will check only in this directory. Okay, next option is -s, means it will check this file is empty or not. Okay, suppose cat sample file txt. Okay, now I just change the state option name. Instead of -e I am using -s. Okay, file is file is not empty. File is empty. So see, now there is no data in this file, sample file. To check that one, cat sample.txt. So if you want to add some data in the file, work and sample.txt. See, now if I do sample.txt, some data is there. Now I try to execute that. See, now file is not empty, right? No, sample. Some data is there. That time it need to be. It's not empty. File is empty. File equal to it. See, file is not empty. Now this is the correct. So now it will be executed. Some data is there. That's why it's not empty. So if you remove the data, now try to execute, it should be file is empty. So there is no data in sample.txt. Okay. Hyphen E is used to check whether file is there in current directory or not. Suppose we have a shell script, we need to write the shell script whether the file is there or not in the current directory or subdirectory. Suppose, let me check how many directories are there. Okay, now here there is a demo directory, so I wanted to check the sample file is there or not in the directory. For that time I need to mention file equal to demos sample script. Okay, now let me execute the same thing. See, true, file is present because in the demo script the sample script is there. Okay, cd, see there is a sample.txt. If you remove this sample.txt, and try to execute that one, see, false, file is not present. So like that, whatever directory you wanted to check, just you need to be declare that complete path. Okay, shell demo. So here this is the script, so you need to be declare complete path under variable demo shell slash text demo script, sorry. Okay, now try to execute that one. See, file is not present. Like this you have to declare complete path. Now the third option is -d. -d is directory or not. Suppose directory exists or not. Okay, the file is a directory or it's not a directory. Now try to execute this one. -d option. This is not a directory. File is a directory. This time saying file is not a directory. See, file is a directory. Okay, suppose I am giving demo script. This is a directory. Okay, come back and try. This is not a directory. So just reverse in the statement need to be changed. If it is a true, we need to change. This is the false. That's why the false statement is executed. Now the correct statement is file is a directory. File is not a directory. Okay, this is the correct statement. Now because we declare file equal to demo script. Okay, if you go into the directory and if you try to run execute this one is file is not a directory because there is no directory here. The whatever declared this one. Okay, -e is used to check the file is there present or not. -s for file is empty or not. -d is whether file is a directory or a normal file. Okay. Now -h option. Okay, this h option is a symbolic links. Basically there is no symlinks here, it's just normal files. Okay, try to create one file with symlinks. Okay, touch main file .txt and I wanted to insert some data into the file. Okay, practice everyday something. Okay, if you do, I need to create a symlink. We will call as soft link or symlink. For that one command is ln-s main file and the shortcut short name or shortcut file, shortcut anything. Okay, shortcut main file.txt. Now it should be created symlink for this one. Okay, now whatever data you have to insert in the mail file, it will be automatically updated in the hard work never fail. If you do like this, it will be existed override on the previous line, and then it will be inserted to the new line. To append the file, we need to give double ampersand. Okay, now we need to give the file name. Now if you cat main file, it will be executed, but previous line it will be when. Let me do shortcut. Previously there is no data in the main file, that's why it is only one line we have created. Okay, now try to insert one, try to write one more line. And be positive. See, now two lines it will be there. Now same data is available in shortcut file name also, like symlink. Okay, to check any soft symlinks are available in the current directory, or that time we will use this option f1 h. Okay, for that one I'm declaring variable, and I'm trying to find out shortcut.txt, and if I use this option, f1h, and file is symlink. If it is symlink is there, symlink, else file is not a symlink. See, because we have a symlink available, for that's why we will give -h. Suppose if I declare file is sample.txt and try to run, and it say this is not a symlink. Okay, this is just a normal file. Okay, so now h is to check whether the file is symlinks or not, and d is whether the file is directory or not, and s is for empty or not, and -e file is present or not in the current directory. Now the next option is -r. Okay, -r is for read permission, whether the file having the read permission or not. Okay, let me check. -r option, file having read permission. File not having read permission. See, file having read permission, because so here sample.txt1 there is a read permission. Now to check chmod, I'm removing all permissions. Okay, now try to run. See, file doesn't have read permission. Pudu cat sample.txt, see, permissions denied. So -r is used to check whether we are able to read the permission. If you try to do, instead of r we can give w, write permission. See, file is not having, just you need to change the echo statement. Write permission, file is the having write permission. Okay, file is not having write permission. To give 777 and sample.txt and try to execute. See, file having write permissions. So -r is here like permission, read write permissions. Now the next option is -o. -o is the file is current user or different user. Okay, the file having file having current user access, current user file is not having current user. Okay, now instead of w I'm keeping o. See, file is sample file. The file is having the current user, file is not having. Let me check. File equal to else statement, file is not current user, file is having. Let me change the root. Let me change the ownership permission. ch1 -r. ch1 -r root. Now instead of visit user I change it to this one. Okay, now file equal to file. Try to execute the same thing. Now if you this, and I'm into visit user, change this. File is owned by current user or not. -u is used to file is used current user or not. If it is current user, it will be displayed file is current user. And there is one more option like -f. -f is like it's a special file or normal file. So file is ordinary file or file is special file. -f option. So file is ordinary file, there is no special file. Suppose file equal to shortcut.main. Like special file in the cases, that time it will be use else statement. So most of these are the file test types. Okay, file test operators in Linux. So this will uses in the shell scripts the most of the case. Now we will see most of the scripts that time we will use 2 greater than ampersand 1. Okay, so here 2 greater than ampersand 1 means, so 1 is standard output. Whatever the file output, that is whatever the file output, it will be declared as a 1, the standard output. So 2 is standard error. So the file output, when you executed something, it will be generated some output. Sometimes it will be success, sometimes it will be failure. Okay, the error one and the executed success one, we indicated in 2 greater than ampersand 1. Suppose, let me clear here, try, just I wanted to create one file, touch txt, not this one. I'm inserting some data. So whatever data in this one, in this file, so I wanted to indicate the, I want to redirect to another file. That time just cat greater than output.txt, output.txt. See, we have two files, one is this one and another one is this file. Okay, now whether it is success, that's why if you give same thing here, 1 greater than, so it is executed successfully. Now if we do like chinna.txt and 2 greater than, see, I am trying to find, see, there is no such file or direct chinna.txt. Okay, now I wanted to redirect 2 dot true greater than output.txt. Now if you see cat output.txt, this will be available, like whatever the latest output, it should be appended. Okay, now this we need to combine the both. That time we need to give cat .txt greater than output dot this one, 2 greater than and 1. Okay, now cat f4.txt cat output.txt. Now if you give it will be available both. Okay, most of the uh, jobs, like most of the executed scripted batch files, batch jobs and cron jobs, we will use 2 ampersand greater than 1. Okay, this is the main important in shell script and Linux. And last one, how to read a file in line by line. Okay, we have this file like cat dot text. Okay, I wanted to read this file. For read we will use while command. while loop. Okay, for I'm just while just do while read line do echo, just we are reading the line, just line, and done. This is less than, and this file name, see, it will be read line by line. Okay, instead of here line you can give anything, like read line also you can give. Just while just we are using read command and the line, just line by line. Same output will be displayed here. So I want to create one sample file. On that sample file I need to display something. Let me create employee.csv file. Just just I'm in employee ID, employee name, employee salary. I'm just giving employee ID is 1 and employee name Chinna, employee salary is 1000, and one more line, employee name Reddy, and salary is 2000. I just created one sample file. Okay, I wanted to write a small shell script. It need to read all the data from this file. va readline.sh, bin bash interpreter, just I'm reading while read line do echo record. Records is just line done, and the file is employee.csv. Now try to provide the permission of that file, chmod f1x readline.sh, and try to execute this file. It will be read every line. Okay, so I don't need to be header on this one. Okay, at that time just tail command if you use while executing, it will be removed header, like. Okay, that's all this session, and thanks for watching.